You know what? If I were younger, I would start my own business. Now I'm too old for that. I couldn't start a successful business because I'm not as smart as I used to be. I can't get that job since I don't have a diploma. I've always wanted to create a business, but unfortunately, I don't have the time for it. Of course, they chose him instead of me. He was one of the smartest boys in our school. You know what? I studied in a small town where the quality of education was not very good, so I couldn't receive a good education. Does any of these sound familiar to you? I'm sure you've heard them many times. Find out what Morgan Housel has to say about this behavior in his book, The Psychology of Money. Are you curious about how luck and risk can impact your financial success? Do you want to learn how to make the most of your money by understanding the psychology behind it? Look no further than the 3 lessons I'm about to share, which come from Morgan Housel's book. I have already shared 17 other lessons from this book in a previous video. The book offers valuable insights into the role of luck and risk in building wealth. Becoming a millionaire is often seen as an impossible task for those from poor backgrounds. However, with the right combination of luck and risk, it is possible to become and stay wealthy. In this video, we'll explore the top 3 lessons from the book, which will help you understand how to take calculated risks and make informed financial decisions. So, subscribe to the channel and let's get started. First thing first, why are people often afraid to make decisions, especially when it involves taking risks? It's true that making decisions often requires people to take risks, and that can be a scary proposition. People may fear the unknown, worry they will make the wrong decision, or simply feel overwhelmed by the number of choices they have. The author mentions in the book that luck and risk are 2 factors that can significantly impact a person's life, both positively and negatively. Luck is often defined as an unpredictable force that can influence the outcome of events, while risk is a potential threat or danger that arises from an action or decision. Both luck and risk play a crucial role in many areas of life, especially when it comes to financial success. Let's talk about the first of the 3 lessons about money from the book. States that financial success is not only about having technical skills, but also understanding soft skills such as luck, risk, and the concept of enough. The author explores the role of luck and risk in building wealth. He says that, while luck can certainly play a role in financial success, it is often the result of taking calculated risks and making informed decisions. One example of this is the story of self-made millionaire and best-selling author David Bach. David took a significant risk early in his career when he decided to leave his job as a financial advisor and start his own financial planning firm. He had no clients, no office, and no guarantee of success. However, he believed in his vision and was willing to take the risk. Bach's gamble paid off. His financial planning firm became hugely successful, and he went on to write several best-selling books on personal finance. We can see that while luck certainly played a role in Bach's success, it was his willingness to take a calculated risk that set him on the path to financial success. The author also discusses the concept of taking risks and knowing when enough is enough. He says that taking calculated risks is important for building wealth, but it is also crucial to know when to stop and avoid becoming obsessed with always wanting more. As an example, we have the story of John Paul DeJoria, the co-founder of the hair care company John Paul Mitchell Systems and the tequila brand Patron. DeJoria had a difficult upbringing and was homeless at one point in his life. However, he eventually went on to build a hugely successful business empire. Despite his success, DeJoria became obsessed with the idea that there was always something more he could get. He took on too much debt and invested in several other ventures, ultimately leading to his downfall. He lost everything and had to start from scratch. Housel emphasizes the importance of understanding the potential risks involved in any financial decision. Taking risks without assessing potential consequences can lead to failure and financial losses. While taking risks is important, it's also essential to know when enough is enough. It's easy to become obsessed with always wanting more, but this mentality can lead to financial ruin. Instead, it's important to have a clear understanding of one's financial goals and to be content with what has already been achieved. However, by understanding the potential risks and rewards of any financial decision, you can make informed choices that lead to long-term financial success. The next topic about money from the book, The Psychology of Money, is about paying the price is a necessary part of achieving financial success. Housel emphasizes that paying the price is a necessary part of achieving financial success. This means that in order to build wealth, you must be willing to make sacrifices in the present for the sake of your future financial goals. He offers the example of Warren Buffett, who famously lived a frugal lifestyle and saved diligently throughout his life. Buffett understood that in order to achieve his long-term financial goals, he would need to make sacrifices in the present. By living below his means and investing wisely, he was able to build one of the largest fortunes in the world. You may already know that Warren Buffett is one of the wealthiest businessmen in the world, is known for his simple and frugal lifestyle. Despite his enormous wealth, he lives in a modest home in Omaha, Nebraska, which he purchased for $31,500 in 1958 and drives an inexpensive car. He is also known for his love of fast food and often starts his day with a cheap breakfast from McDonald's. You may be wondering why one of the wealthiest people in the world often eats breakfast at McDonald's when there are so many healthier options. We can discuss this in the next video, but the point is, Buffett's frugal habits extend beyond his personal life. He also keeps a tight rein on expenses at his company, Berkshire Hathaway, and is known for avoiding unnecessary spending on things like executive perks and corporate jets. In interviews, Buffett has shared his advice for living a frugal life. He recommends buying less home than one can afford, considering a 30-year mortgage and holding on to cars for as long as possible to save money. He also advises against spending money on expensive hobbies or luxuries, and instead focusing on things that bring value and joy to one's life. Overall, Buffett's frugal lifestyle has been an important factor in his success as an investor. By living below his means and avoiding unnecessary expenses, he has been able to save more, invest wisely, and build an enormous fortune over the course of his career. On the other hand, the author emphasizes the importance of investing early in life. He said that the earlier one begins investing, the more time their money has to compound and grow over time. This can lead to significant wealth accumulation over the long term. The author also talks about the benefits of passive investing during times of inflation. During periods of high inflation, active investing strategies can be risky and may not yield the desired returns. So he recommends a passive investment approach, such as investing in low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds, ETFs. He explains that passive investing allows individuals to diversify their investments and minimize their exposure to market volatility. By investing in a broad range of stocks and bonds, individuals can reduce their risk and increase their chances of long-term financial success. During times of inflation, he recommends investing in assets that have historically performed well in such conditions, such as gold, real estate, or Treasury inflation-protected securities. It is very important to understand that anyone can achieve financial success, but this will only happen if you are willing to pay the price, which could mean reducing discretionary spending, working longer hours to earn more money, or investing in your education or career development. While paying the price may be difficult in the short term, the long-term rewards are well worth it. By making sacrifices now, you can achieve financial independence and enjoy a more secure future. Overall, living below your means today can lead to a brighter financial future tomorrow. Moving on to the next one of the 3 lessons about money from the book, The Psychology of Money, says, getting rich requires taking risks and being optimistic, but staying rich requires the opposite. Morgan Housel says that getting rich often requires taking risks and being optimistic. However, he also notes that staying rich requires the opposite, avoiding unnecessary risks and being realistic about the potential downside of investments. One example of a wealthy person who lost all of their fortune is Eike Batista, a Brazilian entrepreneur who was once one of the world's richest people. Batista made his fortune in the mining and oil industries, but his empire began to crumble in 2012 when his flagship company, OGX, filed for bankruptcy. Over the next few years, Batista's other companies also struggled, and he eventually declared bankruptcy himself in 2018. Batista's downfall was due in part to his overconfidence and willingness to take on excessive risks. He often made bold predictions about the future of his companies and invested heavily in untested technologies and ventures. When these bets did not pay off, his entire empire began to unravel. The lesson from Batista's story is that even the wealthiest and most successful people can make mistakes and suffer major losses. To stay rich over the long term, it is important to be cautious and realistic about investments, and to avoid taking on excessive risks that could lead to financial ruin. In his book, Morgan Housel also mentions that what is considered crazy in terms of financial decisions is subjective and varies among individuals. This means that one person's risky investment may be another person's smart move, depending on their personal circumstances, risk tolerance, and financial goals. However, he also notes that there are certain financial decisions that are more likely to lead to negative outcomes, such as taking on excessive debt, investing in speculative assets, or failing to diversify one's portfolio. These decisions may seem rational or even necessary at the time, but they can have disastrous consequences in the long run. This was evident during the 2008 financial crisis, when many people lost everything due to risky investments, over-leveraging, and other financial missteps. Some investors had put all of their savings into a single asset class or company, while others had borrowed heavily to invest in real estate or other speculative ventures. When the market crashed, they were left with nothing and faced years of financial hardship. The lesson from the 2008 crisis is that even seemingly safe or rational financial decisions can become crazy in the face of unexpected events or market turbulence. To avoid such outcomes, it is important to be cautious and realistic about investments, to diversify one's assets, and to avoid taking on excessive debt or leverage. By taking a measured and balanced approach to finances, individuals can protect themselves from the worst-case scenarios and achieve long-term financial security. Now, what is the perfect recipe for success? Some people believe that success is simply a matter of luck. But the truth is that it often involves taking calculated risks. In fact, many successful people have achieved their goals by taking risks and making bold decisions. However, taking risks without assessing potential consequences can lead to failure and financial losses. On the other hand, luck can play a significant role in financial success. For example, being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, or even winning the lottery can all be considered lucky breaks that can lead to financial gain. However, relying solely on luck is not a reliable strategy for building wealth. The key to achieving financial success lies in finding a balance between taking calculated risks and being open to seizing opportunities that come your way. It's also essential to have a solid understanding of the potential risks involved in any financial decision and to be prepared to mitigate those risks. Overall, luck and risk are two factors that can impact a person's financial success. While luck can sometimes play a role in achieving financial gain, taking calculated risks and making informed decisions is often a more reliable strategy for building wealth. By understanding the potential risks and rewards of any financial decision, individuals can make sound choices that lead to long-term financial success. The book The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel provides valuable insights into the complex and often unpredictable nature of personal finance. Through real-world examples and research-backed analysis, Housel highlights 3 key lessons that can help individuals make smarter and more successful financial decisions: the importance of humility and avoiding overconfidence, the value of time and long-term thinking, and the need for balance and diversification in investments. By embracing these lessons and incorporating them into their financial strategies, individuals can improve their chances of achieving long-term financial stability and success. Whether it's avoiding excessive debt, investing in a diversified portfolio, or simply prioritizing long-term goals over short-term gains, the principles outlined in The Psychology of Money can help anyone take control of their finances and build a more secure future. I would like to say something that I think is obvious. I am not a financial advisor or an expert in economics. I honestly don't know what's going to happen to the stock market like everybody else. I sincerely hope this video has been helpful to you. Now, if you want to know the 17 lessons about money, I recommend you watch this video next. Do not hesitate to share this video with people you know who want to know what is happening in the economic world. Subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts on today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.